Facebook family, I had this great case study for those of you that are really interested in trying to grow, especially challenging yourself in the things that I'm saying. So this is a great example. On the right, you'll see that I posted this post. I said, "We're waking up." What did I mean? A. Gene Robinson. Shout out to A. Gene Robinson at Buffalo tonight. He said, "I sat through over 50 hours of Charlie Kirk videos, and as an ethnically black American, not one racist word, not one." Now, you have to pay attention to what happens next. You please pay attention. Please pay attention. It's so important. So important. Watch what happens next. The bottom of the post. The bottom of the post. It says, "What Democrats do is cut snippets, strip context." That means they're going to grab something really, really short and remove it from the greater context, because when you do that, it allows you to paint a narrative. And then they shove sound bites at the same gullible slob audience to lazy fact check. Now, I'm not going to call them gullible or slobs, but there's a lack of fact checking. Now, this isn't exposing racism. It's manufacturing lies to spark division. Now, to this very post, I received this feedback. And here's what it said. Let's see if I get this thing. Oh, no, don't take me away. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm back. There we go. To this very post, I received this feedback. Now, here's what the feedback says. Now, I remove the person's name because my goal is not to embarrass anybody. It said, "Here's the thing." They post on my, some people just post on my stuff. So here's the thing. I've learned that the definition of racism by populists has evolved and overtaken the definition of prejudice over the last 30 years. And now different communities use different variations of racism and denounce others from other cultures. The question here is this: which definition is he using to identify something or someone else is racist? Because I can find a clip of Charlie Kirk calling an East Asian person a chink with one Facebook search on a panel in front of an auditorium, and this person couldn't find one racially inflammatory remark in 50 hours of video, then I'd question either his validity of 50 hours of research, or I'd question his definition of racism. So he comes at him and he says, look, either he didn't research good or he doesn't even understand the concept of racism. So I respond, because this is what you got to do. You got to call these people to the carpet. In reference to the chink comment, are you referring to the Pierce Morgan debate? Because I wanted to see, what specific video are you talking about? Because I already know. I've seen so many of these videos. Now, Kirk might have said some things in ways that I might have disagreed with, but fundamentally the arguments that he was making are very sound in most cases. Nobody's perfect. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're going to paint the case that this guy was a racist and he spent his whole life, man, you better be able to come with a whole lot of evidence, because I have a whole lot of videos that show just the opposite in full form. Now, he says, no, he directly called an East Asian man a chink while on a panel on stage. So now I'm interested. You don't know why I'm interested. I'm interested because I already know what video he's talking about. And I've already watched. I watched the whole debate. I watched it all. Yes, I did. So I already know. I feel like that movie where I'm like, gotcha. It's already there. So now let's go through this. So I'm asking for a specific clip. You got to call him to the carpet. Show me what you're talking about. Give me the clip that you're talking about. I'm calling him to the carpet because I already know more than likely this person is doing the very same thing that was just challenged on. They're taking some clip out of context, and I want you to see how deceptive this clip is. I want you to see how deceptive the start and the stop of the clip is, how short it is intentionally, and how it removes the greater context of everything. So this is, now listen to what it said. This is the only clip you're going to get out of me. Oh, it just got real. It's the only clip you're going to get out of me, son. Calling me to the carpet. I got this, boo. Okay, so this is the only clip you're going to get out of me. Now listen to here's the claim. One search, 10 seconds. It's as if to say, if you would have just did a minimal number of research, then you would have been able to see that everything I'm saying is true. Okay, let's check it out. So that's exactly what I did. I clicked on the link. I'm so glad I clicked on the link. Now here's what the link shows, and I want you to see this. Okay. Let's see exactly how long this thing is. Here we go. We're going to play it.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist, okay? I live what I believe. Larger than that, Charlie. I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist, okay? I live what I believe.
All right, I let it play twice because it was so short. Now you see the bottom of the clip. It says Chinc, right? And then it's like, oh my goodness, he's a racist because on a what 6, 7 seconds, we should have been finger counting 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1, so that we can see how long that thing is. But let's look at the video in a larger context because I watched the whole video. Why? Because I watched the whole debate. All right, so this is the whole debate. And let's listen to it in context.
Trying to attack me, which is ridiculous, like asking me what my salary is. Sure, I'll reveal it willingly.
You brought it up in context. I'm asking, why don't you live like a socialist?
Okay.
Go live like a socialist.
The point is larger than that, Charlie.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Cenk.
got
I
it.
live as a capitalist, okay? I live when I believe. What do? I get charity every single year.
Hold on.
What's my salary? Less than his.
Charlie, take a
Come on,
seat.
Cenk, let's go.
Charlie,
What are you doing?
take a seat. Take a seat.
Psycho?
All right.
All right. Now he gets passionate, he gets angry, whatever. You can talk about the emotion, but let's look at the claim. The claim was that a 10-second Google search was able to reveal that he's racist because he called this East Asian Indian. What did he say? Let's look and see what the exact thing is. Where's the deal at? I want to see. I want to make sure I get it right. An East Asian man, a chink. Okay, you just made two claims. This man is East Asian, and he called him a chink. Well, let's go to the actual man, and let's see what he has to say about any of this.
This question comes from a person whose handle I cannot pronounce. But they're asking, how do I pronounce my name? I'm glad you asked. I want to put this to bed once and for all. And it's really hard, and if you get it wrong, I don't blame you. How are you supposed to know? So that's why I'm telling you. So the first name is Cenk. It's spelled C-E-N-K. But the C in Turkish is pronounced like a J, like Cenk, like short for Jenkins, okay? Cenk. Second name, surname is Uyghur, U-Y-G-U-R, like you, grr. So don't let it throw you. It's not Yank, Hank, or Plank. Okay, it's Cenk, like Jenkins, Uyghur, like Uyghur. Come on, you got it now. Say it with me. Cenk, 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 Uyghur. All right, go.
All right. So let's go through all of the things about this that were wrong. One, he's not East Asian, right? He is Middle Eastern. And anybody who watches the Young Turks knows this guy and knows that people get his name wrong all the time. We also know he wasn't calling him a chink. He was calling him Cenk. And people say his name because of the enunciation wrong all the time. And Charlie Kirk has been on his show and they have debated many times. This is an example, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about. These people, they're righteously, or they're passionately, ignorantly angry because they're taking these little short clips out of context of the greater argument, and they're using that to paint a narrative. Remember, here was the claim. What Democrats do is cut snippets, strip context, and shove sound bites at the same gullible, I don't like calling them gullible slob audience because that's just rude, but they pointed at the same audience because they know they're not going to fact check. They knew they're going to feed them the thing that they want to hear because they're just going to take it, get angry, and reshare it. And this isn't exposing racism. It's manufacturing lies to spark division. Exactly what just happened on the very post that I was using to make that point. So I figured that this was a great base case to share, kept the person's name out of it because my intention was not to embarrass anybody, but this is what's happening over and over and over again. And we've got to be aware of it so that we can stop allowing them to manipulate us so easily. Have a great day. Love you guys. Let's keep fighting for truth. So let me speak to you directly. Now, here's the temptation. The temptation is going to be this. Now that you see that that example is wrong, the immediate temptation is going to be to go through and to pull another short, out of context clip and try to do the very same thing. My encouragement to you would be to look at everything in full context. Stop listening to what the media says. You are being deceived. You are being tricked. You are being duped. And instead, submit your brain, your cognitive ability to Jesus Christ. He will allow you to process things on a much deeper level and to be able to see that this world is trying to manipulate you towards hatred, especially hatred against all things Christ, all things that point to his kingdom, and all things that are going to glorify his name. And I am telling you, Charlie Kirk was a servant to the king. He glorified our God's name. He preached Jesus every chance that he get. He loved LGBTQIA people, that does not mean that he allowed them to affirm them in their lifestyle. But he says, I did not hate you as a person, even though what I'm saying about your actions is wrong. We're called to do that. We're called to judge, which is another video I need to make, because there's so many people out here. You just don't know your Bible. Stop using it if you don't know it. It's more damage than it is good. And then he was just a good guy. He was a really good guy. He loved his family hard, and he just did a really great job of living well. And so be careful who you slander. God is listening, especially when you slander his children, those who are devoted to him. There's one of the most dangerous things in the Bible is the concept of lashon hara, which is a negative speech. When you see that manifest in the biblical text, the people who are using that kind of speech, it normally comes back on them in a very, very, very not so good way. So watch your words, watch your heart position. And if you are one of these people who is attacking and slandering Charlie Kirk, you just continue to post in the comments, because I'm going to continue to pray for you. Every time that you do, I pray for you. I literally do. I just respond, I'm praying for you, because ultimately my desire is that your heart would come to a passionate relationship with Jesus Christ. And then Jesus Christ will show you that Charlie Kirk, though he was not perfect, was an amazing servant for the kingdom of God. And he was fighting very hard to remove darkness from this world in the political environment, mainly through a lot of these leftist ideologies that are quite simply demonic at their core. Have a great day.